Let's see how this works. I'm doing this to try to do some YouTubing or video logging. Going to be retired from software engineering. Unfortunately, not of my choosing. I was laid off a year ago, tried to find a job since then, but unfortunately, from what I understand, quite a few software engineers were let go, not only from my company, but from several companies. And unfortunately, like me, I got laid off and replaced by contract programmers from India or through the H-1B visa program, because they can work cheaper. In fact, when I got laid off, I was told I was going to be laid off. They would give me a severance check, but I won't get it unless I train the people who were replacing me for 2 months. So I had 2 months to retrain my replacement and teach them the application that I designed and coded from scratch to be used by the company. And created a brand new version of it, created the database and everything. And told me I had 2 months to train my replacement of the application I designed from scratch. But in order to get that severance check, that's what I did. And this is twice this has happened to me. First time it happened to me, I worked with the company for 15 years. And then they replaced me with a contractor from India. And then I got hired by the next company, worked for them for 7 years, which I was hoping to retire with them. But they let go of the entire department. 50 plus people. Ironic that most of those people were over 50 years old, or at least over 40. There were quite a few, and they were under 40. Because when they let you go, they give you a document showing they don't give you names, but they give you the age groups of the people that were let go. Well, there's quite a few, but vast majority of them were above my age. Around at the time I was over 50. Well, at the time I was let go, I was 60. So that was painful, especially when your wife was let go from her job also 3 years before. So we had to make do. Had to start making health insurance payments through COBRA, which was god awful. Over $1,700 a month just for health insurance and all this stuff. But compared to what I saw in Obamacare, it was slightly cheaper going through the same medical plan defined, through the Obamacare system. But recently my wife found herself a full-time job, so we were able to get on their insurance. That's going to quite help a lot. And a result of that, I started, after a full year of looking for a job, in fact, I re-interviewed with my previous company 3 times for 3 different positions at 3 different divisions of the company. I make it through. The manager liked me and all that, but then I had to interview with the teams. Lo and behold, the team members are mostly people from India who were former contractors. And now they're full-time employees, and so I could never get past the interview of the teams. So after 3 times, and then I also had a 2-month recruiting process interviewing with Progressive Insurance. They liked me and all that, but then once again I get to the teams interview. Never works out, because a lot of teams that these companies have are former contractors, all from India. So I've decided, since it's been over a year now since I've been was told, and I'm approaching the 1-year anniversary of my last day with the previous company. I decided that in this coming January, I'm going to be 62, so I'm going to retire. It's not what I really wanted to do, but getting that extra money surely would help. And on top of that, I've decided I'm now doing DoorDashing, which is where we're going to record. Hopefully, I'm going to start recording this just to show you my everyday things. Like I said, I can tell you, getting old sucks. But we'll see how it happens. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm calling it the Silver Dasher. I've only seen one other gentleman that started a YouTube channel, as elderly person who's dashing. But I'm doing this to make supplemental income. Hopefully make extra income to pay off our. We have a couple remaining bills. And we got some that we got upcoming, but we made some improvements in the house that we moved into, and we got to pay off those bills. We had to replace the air conditioner at our old house, so we paid that off. I wound up selling my Mustang. Hurt a little bit because I loved that car, but I hardly ever drove it, and so I decided, sell it. Got a decent price for it, and then use that money to at least pay off the replacement air conditioner I had to do at our old house, because it was original to the house and it had a leak. It's 20 years old, and of course the Freon that's available that thing used is no longer made or not allowed anymore. So I was trying to milk it a couple times to Freon, but this last time they told me it would cost $1,100 to replace the Freon. I said nope, I'm going to spend that and replace the air conditioner, and that was a $9,000 unit. So anyway, this is just a test to see what's going on, and we'll see what happens. All right, thanks.